Looking backwards over the last Parliament, the overall economic performance of Britain has been awful. We're about 16% poorer than we would have expected to have been on past trends compared to 2008. Part of the reason I think we are poorer is due to accelerated extreme austerity in the first 2 years of this Parliament. Well, things have been worse without austerity. I think they would have been better. Most economists would have recommended during a deep economic downturn that we should expand public spending, especially investment, which was cut 40% 2 years after 2010. We did the opposite of that with predicted results. One justification was to say it was because of the risk of having a debt crisis like Greece. I think that was enormously overstated. Debt levels were severe, of course, coming out of the recession, but nevertheless the UK's debt performance was not significantly worse than it had been historically, and Britain's never formally defaulted on its debt, so I think the risk was relatively low. Another justification was that the Bank of England could deal with the problem through monetary policy, but when interest rates are near zero, that's actually not possible to do. Quantitative easing, expanding the money supply, helped, but it's not as an effective tool as fiscal policy, in other words, direct government spending. All parties are signed up to increasing austerity, and the economy is doing better, so there's some justification for that. But the amount of austerity currently planned is again extremely tough. Under the current plans, under the coalition of the autumn statement, there's going to be a 14% cut in public service spending between 2015-16 and 2019-20. That's going to take public spending down as a proportion of national income to levels we haven't seen since about 1948. My election economics takeaway is tax and spending are going to be the big issues in the next election. And for the party's plans, I'd like to know, are you going to include public investment cuts in your plans, which I think would be a bad idea, or are your plans about balancing the current budget, which don't include investment? All parties should be asked the question, are you going to raise taxes? Because after every election, in the last 5 elections, unexpected tax increases have occurred. I would predict that's going to happen after this election too. So you should be asking politicians, which taxes are you going to put up and by how much?